By the way, we are spending another week. We are going to do more of this next week. So we will rehash and review and weave in a couple things next time that we're not dealing with today, because I do really think it's good to spend some time on this and to take it relatively slowly.
Well, and this requires kind of flipping our thinking, so that
Yes.
makes it even harder.
All right. So how about this situation?
Tired of them last year. She's not showing.
So partner opens a no trump, and we get a 2-heart overcall. Everybody wants to be in game, I hope?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the question is, which game? By the way, if I haven't mentioned it, this is the kind of stuff. Let's see, Joanne. Who here has gotten into the language of bridge? You have it,
Yeah.
Joanne. And is anybody else?
I think Tom does.
And Tom, yeah. I don't know how far you've gotten into it. Kit Woolsey's got a chapter that he calls Hitting the Target. He's talking about this kind of thing and this thought process that you go through. Partner opens a no trump, and there's this 2-heart overcall. All right, and so you ask yourself a couple of questions. Game or part score, or slam, if applicable. There could be a third piece to that. So how high, how much bidding are we doing? And then after that, straight. What are the possible contracts? So here, as you try to whittle down where you belong, we rule out part score, right? Because you're too good for that. You want to play a game. You have 12 points, partner open to no trump. You belong in game. Slam? Don't think so, right? Not good enough for slam. So, hand like this, pretty easy to whittle down. We rule out part score, we rule out slam. We say, okay, we're playing a game. We know that much. Now, which game? What are the possible games? Theoretically, any of them, right? 4 spades, if partner has a 4 forfeit with us. So 4 spades is possible. 3 no is possible, but that's going to require a partner to have a heart stopper, right? Since we're looking at 2 little hearts. 5 of a minor. Possible, but unlikely, right? Partner could have 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. So that could be a playable game. But we're not crazy about the minors, so that's a possible target, but it's our least attractive target, right? So that's the process you go through that I think Woolsey articulates really well. All right, so how are you planning to go about finding the best spot? Any plans for how you want to bid this in?
Double?
Double.
We're going to be talking about double. Double might work for you here. But let's put double on hold for a while. Not for very long. So double would be very attractive from the standpoint of if you're double here, and this starts to shed a little light on why you don't want a stolen bid double. Is this not a very hard hand to show if you can't double? Double in theory could be like a takeout of hearts, right? Isn't that what you have
Yeah.
as far as your shape? Partner, I've got everything but hearts, and the emphasis would be
On your spade.
would be you probably have a 4-card spade suit, right? So double would actually work for you here. You don't have 5 spades, right? If you had 5 spades and 12 points, you would just jump to 3 spades, right? That would be easy.
Right.
What were you gonna say?
So double would work like a negative double. You actually could use that here. In theory, you have 2 choices, but I'm going to have you do something slightly different with this one.
Okay.
So even though double would probably get the job done. Anybody think about Cupid? Anybody consider 3 hearts? Now this is kind of weird because most of our Q-bid auctions were showing support for a suit, right? So if we think about kind of our classic Q-bid by responder, it looks more like this, right? It's like partner has opened a spade and they've made an overcall, and now the Q-bid by responder is a spade raise, right? That's easy because we have a suit there. Here we're not Q-bidding in support of a suit, right? Because partner bid a no trump. So what is the Q-bid of? what are we Q-bidding? I mean, other than the fact we're bidding the opponent's suit, so we know it's forcing, right? I will give you a hint.
4-card major.
All right. So this is why you don't need, you can just have your 3 club bid be natural. You don't need 3 clubs to be stamen. You have a different stamen. And Q-bid is now your stamen. Now it's game forcing, right? You wouldn't want to Q-bid 3 hearts if you only had 8 points in 4 spades, right? Because then you'd be or 7 points, if you were like not even invitational, right? This is actually pretty straightforward. If you Q-bid their suit, it's game forcing statement. It's partner, I want to be in game and I have 4 spades. Do something intelligent. Bid something that makes sense, partner. If you're a good partner, you have 4 spades with me. Or if you have good heart stopper and they've overcalled a lousy suit, bid 3 no trump, yes, you can still maintain your status as a good partner by doing that too. Yeah, that's all. It's just forcing stamen is essentially what we're dealing with. Now again, every now and then, opener may have a difficult decision. Very rare. Because this is your hand. Partner has 15 to 17, you have 12. You can't let the opponents talk you out of where you belong. They're getting into your auction with any excuse. I would overcall 2 hearts with Queen, Jack, 10, 6 of hearts and not another honor in my hand. To give you an idea of what I would interfere with. Those of you who played with me, you have been warned. I will, with a long suit or a 2-suiter, I'm getting in with any excuse to bid. Because it's my turn. That is one of the reasons to bid, because it's your turn, right? The auction has come around to you. Let's see here. What about this one? Similar situation. And we're going to change the overcall. Let's have the interference be 2 diamonds now. Well, partner has multiple chances to get this one right. Is everybody okay with 3 diamonds here?
Yeah.
Now I give you 4-4 in the majors here. You don't necessarily have to have both, right? You probably have both. If you're like 4-3 in the majors and partner bids your 3-card major, well, what do you do next? That could be a little tricky because you don't really have room to probe for a diamond stopper. We're assuming 2 diamonds here is probably just natural, right? And you have 2 little diamonds, huh? Here, if partner bids 3 hearts or 3 spades, you're happy. You're raising to 4, right?
Well, if they bid 3 hearts, could you then bid 3 spades to show that you have the 4 spades? Because they would bid up the line if they.
That's true. If partner has both majors, they would probably bid up the line, and so then it becomes a question of, what if the hand looks like that? So what if partner comes back and bids 3 hearts? I say you might try 3 spades next. The question is my only concern would be you would almost have to only have 4 spades, right? Because if you were 5-3, you would have just bid the spades. You wouldn't have used the cue bid. And if you were 5-4, if it was like a Smolin type of hand, then you would always have a fit, no matter which major partner bid. So there would be no reason. So yeah, I think it would have to be a 4-card suit as we work through that. Yeah. And again, if partner does have both majors, we're looking at this option here. What to do next? If partner had 5 hearts, then this would work. But yeah, I think 3 spades would probably have to be a 4-card suit here. And if partner doesn't have 4 spades with you, hopefully they can bid 3-0. Hopefully they have a diamond. They have a diamond stopper. Okay, so remember that is always an option. And when the opponents get in, and one of these bids that they make, if it's 2 suited showing, but a lot of times we don't know the other suit, right? Like y'all play don't. Well, a lot of times in don't, we know one of the suits, but we don't know what the higher ranking suit is, right? So they clubs in a higher suit. Well, what's the higher suit? As far as we are concerned, as far as bidding no trump or not bidding no trump, our only concern is going to be the known suit. So let's say they get in with don't, with 2 diamonds. So they have diamonds in the major. Don't worry about having both majors stopped, because we don't even know what suit we're trying to figure out if we have stopped, right? But diamonds is the known suit. So as far as our side playing no trump, I would only worry about suits that you know about, and don't worry about those bids are that's what they're called unanchored bids, right? Where there's an unknown suit in there somewhere. So, all right. Well, the good news is that if you're not playing stolen bid double, that you have a very convenient bid that you can use for some hands when they interfere. And I always like to present this kind of hand to people this way. This would be a little more of a challenge. Remember, we said those hands that are a little less than game forcing, the invitational hands that are in kind of 7, 8, 9 point range tend to be the ones that are hardest to handle when they interfere in your option. So what I would ask you is, if partner opens a no trump and the opponents overcall 2 hearts, if your double is stolen bid double and is a transfer to spades, what do you do with this hand?
Well, in this case, that's not an unanchored bid. If the 2 hearts is don't.
Right, so yeah.
Because
yeah.
it's both majors.
So if 2 hearts is don't, let's just say 2 hearts is natural for now, just to keep it simple. Let's say 2 hearts is just hearts. A lot of people play systems where the majors are just natural. Almost all the systems I play a bunch of different things with different people, and in a lot of those systems, 2 hearts and 2 spades are just natural, not showing any second suit. Well, this is a 2-no kind of hand, right? If you're playing just standard stuff. If you had a natural 2-no available to you, that's what the hand is on strength, right? But you also don't have heart stopper. So even if 2-no were completely natural here, would you want to do that? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of guessing whether or not partner has hearts sufficiently stopped. I'd rather let partner actually make that decision. If you play stolen bid double, double promises 5 spades. You don't have 5, you only have 4. So that's problematic, right? Could you cube it as your stamen bid?
That's forcing to be.
But I mean, you're committing the game. You're committing the game with only 8 points. You're kind of making an assumption that partner has a maximum no trump, right? If you do that, right? The partner's allowed to have 15. They don't have to have 17. So you may be overbid a little bit if you force the game with that. I think you will really like, when you get used to it, being able to make a takeout double here. Call it a negative double if you want. That's basically what it is. I think it's on the card that way. I think that there's a little box in the no trump section where it says negative double, and you can mark that box. Where's my convention card? I know I got it.
Responses.
There we go. Yeah, it's here. This is the Bridge Buddy card. This is not slightly different from the ACBL card. So down here below all of you've got your Smolin and your lebensohl and all your transfer stuff kind of in with all that stuff. There's a little box, and it's in black, by the way, which means it's not alerted. It means it's considered a pretty normal natural treatment. So there's a box that says negative double. Yeah. So if you play this, you should mark that box, because that's what this is. It's a negative double, right? It's partner. I don't have a long suit to show you, or I'm not strong enough to bid a long suit. Those are the two possibilities. I can't bid 2 spades or 3 spades or 3 clubs or 3 diamonds. You know, I don't just want to bid no trump, at least not yet. I can play anywhere else. I've got at least 3 card support in all these unbid suits. And then the emphasis is on the other major, right? Whenever we get interference that is a major. Yeah. I mean, pretend that this auction started. What if partner opened a diamond and they overcalled 1 heart? What would you do with this hand? You'd make a negative double, right? Same thing. So it actually can be used in a no trump. And so your thinking here is, okay, you know, ideally partner will bid 2 spades. And we have a 4-4 spade fit. If partner bids 2 spades, you could invite with 3. What if partner doesn't oblige you by bidding the other major? What if you don't have a fit there? What if partner bids 3 clubs or 3 diamonds?
Pass.
I think I'll just pass. You're probably where you want to be. I think you're unlikely to be making 3 now. I really feel like is it possible we're missing a game? You know, partner has heart stopped and can scramble 9 tricks. Maybe, but I don't mind being a little conservative here. Right? You know, we want a plus score. Clearly, we don't want to just sell out to 2 hearts. This is definitely our hand, right? Clear balance of power with partners no trump in our 8 points. But you know, more often than not, when we only have 8, we probably aren't making a game. Could we be in a 4-3 diamond fit if partner bids 3 diamonds? It's possible. But if partner doesn't have 4 spades and doesn't have 4 clubs, there's actually a very good chance that they have a 5th diamond. And that would be a great part score to play in here. Right? So in theory, you can use your negative double, like the hands we looked at before where we cube it. In theory, you could use it there because it would allow you to find a fit. And then if you were game forcing, you would just bid again. But the negative double is really best for hands that, and I'm going to call it like 7 to 9. Something that's a little bit shy of being forcing. But it could be a hand that might be a hand maybe you wouldn't ordinarily invite on. Let's give you another one that's just a little a little bit lighter. And let's have the interference be 2 diamonds this time.